travel all around the world. He is on the biggest stage in the world, from festival to events. He has a lot of energy. Dear friends, here with me today, Mr. Timmy Trumpet. Hi, Timmy. How are you?
I'm very good. Thank you for having us. What's up, Ibiza? I love you guys. I love this place. This is heaven on earth.
Let's talk 1 second about Ibiza, because Ibiza, everyone say, is a special place, is a special island. When you reach here, you feel a special energy that you don't get anywhere else. Do you feel the same?
100% true. Yeah, it's an energy here. I think it's the just a feeling of people come here. There's this feeling of love. You know, you feel it amongst everyone's very nice to each other. There's a beautiful culture already here. I love the Spanish culture. So for me as an Australian coming here, it's heaven on earth, and I'm very lucky to be here and to have a resident. This is the first time I've had a residency, so it's a huge honor and a huge privilege to be asked.
Exactly. Tonight starts your residency with Steve Aoki at Amnesia Ibiza. I think is the most explosive collaboration in the industry, this one.
I think so. I'm a big Steve Aoki fan, so to share the night with him, to share Tuesdays at Amnesia is the greatest honor. We've done about 4 or 5 records together throughout the years, and I'm sure we'll be performing. We've actually got a new one. We might even debut tonight, but it's just always exciting. Steve has a lot of energy. I mean, he throws out the cakes and does all these crazy things. So he's somewhat of a role model of mine, and I'm just excited to catch up with my brother Steve again tonight and just to party with all of the people in Amnesia. It's a great crowd because a lot of the crowd, they're not necessarily from Ibiza. They're from all over the world, all coming together to party together, and it's just that big international vibe. I'm very excited.
We are in the world capital party. I mean, there is no place like Ibiza in the world.
Absolutely, yeah. It really does feel like the center of the world, especially the party world. And this is the industry we work in, so I feel like I'm home. And the other thing is just during the week here, I mean, this beach, the water is so beautiful. Just to sit on the beach, to swim. There's so many activities to do. It feels like the place where I want to live. It's my home away from home, you know.
Eating paella, drinking sangria.
Oh, I had some sangria yesterday. Let me tell you, in the sun with sangria combined, I asked for 1 sangria, he brought me a whole jug. So I was like, I can't be disrespectful. I drank the whole thing. And then in the sun, let me tell you, I was crawling back to the hotel.
So, you already have a collaboration, of course, with Steve Aoki and other big names in the industry like Armin van Buuren, Armada Music, Spinning Records, Rehab, and many, many more. If I ask you to dream about the new collabs, with who would you love?
Oh man, there's so many options. Non-DJ related, like I'm a big fan of Stevie Wonder. I love his voice. So I've got a track for him. Stevie Wonder, if you're out there listening. It must be Steve Aoki, Stevie Wonder. I've always wanted to collab with him. I'm originally a jazz musician. I call myself a failed jazz musician turned DJ. So I still love jazz, and I love to incorporate a bit of jazz and different styles into my music. But he's one I'd love to collab with. I mean, there's a lot of some collabs I've got coming up that are very big that I'm just not allowed to say yet. I'm very excited about, but you know, they'll be coming out soon. One that I probably can tell you about that I'm going to play tonight is a new one with Afrojack, which is really cool. It's featuring Little John. I've got a record with Tiny Temper, which we just debuted at Ultra Music. I've got him coming back for Tomorrowland, and I don't know how much more I'm allowed to say. I can see my manager in the corner, so I'm going to. But there's just, I love working with everyone in any style. You know, I'm open to just about anything. I feel like all music is collaborative, you know, getting ideas. Even, you know, what you listen to is eventually going to become something original. You are a product of everything you hear. So I'm listening to a wide variety of music, and you know, implementing that into my sets. I don't play one genre. If you listen to my sets at the moment, I'm playing a lot of drum and bass, for instance. I just started playing, and now half of my set is drum and bass. So I change, chop and change depending on the environment that I'm performing in, and you'll hear a lot of that tonight.
Timmy, you come from Australia. You are a jazz musician and turn into DJ. How that happen?
Yeah, it's crazy that that happened. I feel like it's always changing. I was initially into classical music, playing at all the musicals and the Sydney Symphony orchestral events, and then that turned into jazz, and I was obsessed with jazz. And then around the age of 18, I went partying, and I was like, okay, now I love dance music. I think it was Daft Punk was the first inspiration, that the album Homework. It changed my life, and I just started jamming along to this album, to anything on the radio. Being a former jazz musician, improvising is a big aspect of this. So just being able to play and anything, invent melodies to anything is something that I quickly became addicted to. And then I started playing alongside DJs. So the first time I came to Ibiza, I actually played, I think it was Pasha, maybe 15 years ago, at an event called Defected. And I was just playing alongside DJs. And then one day, the DJ didn't turn up to a show. And I was like, what? And they're like, do you know how to DJ? So I pulled out my CDs out of my car, put them on, and started playing this kind of beach house music, like Head Candy style, which already has this kind of saxophone, bongos, and live trumpet alongside. So this was kind of the start, because the DJ didn't turn up. And then from there I learned how to mix, and I bought myself some Technics 1200s, and we started on the vinyl, and yeah, the rest is now we have a residency at Amnesia, one of my favorite clubs in the world. So very excited.
Was that the moment you realized that okay, this is what I want to do?
It's interesting you say that. It's cool to be able to DJ and play trumpet, but in a way, it limits. One of the things I love about jazz, and what I love about playing alongside other DJs, they would say, what track do you want me to play? And I should say, whatever you want to play, because I love not knowing what's coming next. I love improvising and playing along to something I've never heard before. That's my favorite feeling. So now I really enjoy it, but I know what I'm going to play. I kind of go in with a bit of a plan A, plan B, plan C, but I still miss the old days of jamming alongside other DJs. I love both equally.
Timmy, I do these jobs from 20 years, and I had the chance to interview many legends like Frankie Knuckles, Giorgio Moro there, and talking with them, especially Frankie Knuckles, told me, we start this job when even wasn't considered a job. The DJ was just a guy in the corner, mixing vinyls for friends, and people don't even know what was playing, who was playing.
Yeah.
Now it's totally different, because the DJ is considered like a pop star. You have spotlights everywhere, cameras that follow you everywhere, social medias. It changed everything. The world is so different. How important is all this system that you have around now? I mean, the social medias, the management, is still about the music, or is just about the show?
I think everything's just got a lot bigger. When we started, I remember when I started DJing, having to explain to people what a DJ was. Now everyone seems to know what a DJ was, so it's opened up all these subcategories, and some people like the show, some people still like the underground. They don't necessarily need to see a show or other people like these kind of visual shows. Like, I really love this Tale of Us show they're doing at the moment. It's beautiful to see music combined with different elements. For myself, I've always been involved with putting on a show, whether that was when my orchestral days, when I had a full orchestra behind me, or when I was just a wedding singer. You know, I used to do these old Frank Sinatra singing shows and, you know, television, daytime television and other things. So it's just got a lot broader. The spectrum's got a lot broader. And I think it's really cool that there's just many options for different audience, different fan bases to come along. And depending if you want to see the show, if you want to hear these legends of Ibiza play, and whether you want some crazy antics on stage, you know, which you will see tonight at Amnesia, let me tell you.
Timmy, we are in full summer season, festival season. You are in a world tour. You are busy in July in Europe, and then you go back to US and Canada for the festivals. Oh my, you are super busy, but question, are you already thinking to the winter time?
The winter time for me is still summer because I go to Australia for a little bit to see some family and also party as well. The Australian summer's crazy. I highly recommend it. You know, we have a lot of festivals there as well, and I'm just looking forward to tonight. I'm looking forward to this weekend. We're doing Romania, Croatia for Ultra Music Europe. I think Germany as well. I look forward to every weekend. I don't really know much more than the coming weekend because I try to prepare my music for that. And then I just look forward to getting on the plane, going to the next place, meeting a new crowd. Festival season's my favorite because of the new crowds. I like it how sometimes people come to a festival like on the weekend we just played Norway. I'd never been to Norway before. So I feel like a lot of the people that came to the festival weren't necessarily coming to see me. They were probably seeing Deadmau5 or Dimitri Vegas, and then I end up closing the festival. And I've got a whole new group of people that have never heard me before. This is my favorite feeling, you know. It's so much fun. They're like, who is this idiot on stage? This, you know, and by the end we have these huge mosh pits and it's just like, it's wild. So it's I love a new crowd, you know, perhaps some people that have never seen a live instrumentalist with the music combined, that, you know, we can change them in a way that they've never seen something like this before. I love this feeling.
Who is Timmy Trumpet where you are not on stage?
I feel like I'm me all the time, you know. I feel like I don't really change. What you see is what you get, you know. I'm a little bit crazy. You know, I think my style is kind of lunatic mode, you know. When I get up there, I'm somewhat of the music can make me change, but then I have a variety of genres that I'm playing. So I feel like I'm still me, but like all of us, the music is an emotion, and when you hear it, it can change you. And I like to feel all the emotions. I want a part in my set about love. I want a part that's funny, you know, a joke. I want a part that's angry, you know, where people can feel that, let something out, you know. And all of this is within me and within perhaps all of us. And I like to share that with others and let them express that same emotion in the music.
Where do you take all that energy on stage? I want just half of your energy.
I think I owe some of it to Don Julio tequila. I still have never done a show without a shot of tequila before I go on stage. So if I owe a particular brand anything, it's Don Julio.
How many cakes we have to expect to see flying tonight at Amnesia? I'm a little bit worried for the guys.
That is a Steve question, but last time I saw Steve, it was my birthday a few weeks ago, and he caked me in my face, took off my hat, my sunglasses, and then I'm prepared for next time because I had to still finish the set. So I was trying to mix covered in cake and play trumpet with ear. Oh man, there's still my wife is still pulling cake out of bits of my clothing, let me tell you.
Wow. So it's almost time to preparing for your show because time is flying very fast. Do you feel nervous? Do you feel exciting? How do you feel?
I am very nervous because I feel like it's a 90-minute set. which is longer than normal, and I want to put a lot of new music in it. So I've been working really hard today and last night to put in about 30 minutes of brand new music to play for the first time tonight. So there is also nerves because it's the first show of the residency. So, and the fact that Ibiza is so iconic, I'm playing straight after Steve, who's still one of my idols. So, and it's our night. It's the first night I've ever had in Ibiza that's our own residency. Before that, I've only ever been a support artist. So there's a lot of nerves, but mainly excitement and just a feeling of gratitude. It's a huge honor and privilege to play at one of my favorite clubs. I remember coming to Amnesia in my early 20s, dreaming of tonight. So I'm very excited. It's happening. It's happening.
It's happening. Ibiza is a point of arrival or a point of starting.
That's true. It is. I always feel like when you land in Ibiza, the whole plane is celebrating, and when you take off, it feels somewhat of a coffin. you know, there's just it's like a mild depression. So, yeah, we'll see how we feel tomorrow before we leave.
I'm sure that tomorrow you will be perfect because tonight I'm sure that Ibiza will show you all the love.
I think so too, and I feel like it's my home now. I'm back here again next week, so I've even spoken to the hotel. I'm leaving some of my luggage here, so we're good. This is my second home.
So Timmy, thank you so much. It's been such a pleasure for me. So good luck for tonight.
Thank you.
Dreams are made to come true, right? And so thank you so much.
Thank you, and thank you to everyone for the support, for listening to the music, for coming to the shows, and for coming to Amnesia. We're here 4 shows we have. It's very, very exciting. I'll see you at one of them. Peace, love, rock and roll. What's up? This is Timmy Trumpet, and you're watching Enjoy TV from Ibiza.